Hi everyone, I wanted to make another quick video about the three-part thesis. The three-part thesis is probably what you all learned in previous English classes as a way to set up your essay. And the three-part thesis works something like this. You have an introduction, it ends with your thesis statement, and your thesis statement basically makes a list of what you're going to talk about in the essay. And then each body paragraph focuses on one element from that list, and then you have a conclusion. Three-part thesis leads to a classic 5-paragraph essay. An example might be, like for language, for example. Language is important for culture, ethnicity, and, culture, ethnicity, and environment. Okay? Paragraph 1 is about culture. Paragraph 2 is about ethnicity, and paragraph 3 is about environment. Okay. That type of writing is what we are trying to get away from in English 221. And the reason is because, well, there are lots of reasons, not just one. But the big one is that that type of formula is really limiting. It doesn't allow you to really dig into the topic in a way that moves beyond the list, right? So let's say that I wanted to write about that essay about language is important for culture, ethnicity, and how we move about the environment or something. My question to you, if you got that three-part thesis comment on your rough draft, going to my example, my question is, what's the big idea that is uniting those? Maybe it's the idea that language has power, and we underestimate that power. And when we do that, we compromise things like our understanding of culture. We compromise our understanding of the environment or race and ethnicity. But the bigger idea might be about power. Let's say if I was going to do that, then I can still talk about culture and ethnicity and environment, but I'm not doing it in an isolated way. And that is the key difference, right? In that traditional three-part model, you have paragraph A, you have paragraph B, and then you have paragraph C. And nothing's connected. The idea in college writing is that you are building one idea off of another so that it's all connected. Imagine that your thesis is like a ball of yarn, right? And you're taking that yarn and you're pulling that all the way through your essay. So that way every paragraph is somehow connecting to and helping to support that thesis. So let's go back to my example again, culture, and ethnicity, and environment. Let's say that my whole, like what I really want to talk about, again, maybe is that language is, we underestimate the power of language. And when we do that, we put some of these other factors at risk, right? Culture, environment, ethnicity, right? Well, now I have this unifying idea, and all of my other ideas are going to somehow build off of that. So I can talk now about language and culture. And I can also talk about how language and culture impact our understanding of race and ethnicity. And I can also talk about how language and culture and ethnicity kind of impact our environment. So everything is connected and it's building off of each other. It's not separated and isolated. And that's the problem of the three-part thesis. It just limits what you say and it isolates everything. It's almost like having just a bunch of different cups and none of them are connected. They're just like separate here, separate here, separate here. And you can do that way back then. That's a formula that you follow to learn academic writing. But now the idea is, okay, well, how can I use my ideas and really think critically about my topic and discuss how everything is connected to support my thesis? So you can't do the three-part thesis anymore, right? And if it would help you, for me to help, it will help you for me to tell you that you can't have 3 body paragraphs, then don't have 3 body paragraphs, right? You know, have as many paragraphs as you need to help support your thinking and to help support your point. But you want to move past that 3-part. Now, if you are sitting in front of a rough draft and you know you have a 3-part thesis and you're like, ugh, I don't even know what to do. Well, guess what? I want you to go into the writing skills module in class. So click on writing skills and click on essay structure overview. That's the first place to go. This is an embedded textbook page. It appeared in your module a couple of weeks ago, but I want you to revisit it again. And literally, it is all about how to move past that 5-paragraph essay, the 3-point thesis. It's hard to move. It's hard to move away from that, right? If you kind of click into the second page here, this talks about that 5-paragraph essay, right? That's the 3-point thesis. So it's about how to get beyond that. I know it's hard. I know it's challenging, especially if that's what you've only ever known. But it's a move that you need to make. In English 221, let me tell you and be very clear, you will not receive passing as a feedback if you have a 3-point thesis. That's an automatic not yet passing. Let me say that again. If your thesis is set up like a 3-point thesis, where each body paragraph only tackles one element of your thesis, that essay will not be passing. You need to move into a thesis statement that is broader, that encompasses everything that you want to talk about. And part of what you need to do in this class is figure out how to make that happen for yourself. So I've given you all kinds of tools. Again, this is the first one. This page about essay structure. If I go back into the writing skills module, if it will let me, it doesn't want to let me, okay. But if I go back to the writing skills module and click on thesis, again, here is another page about thesis statements. And this one, again, it's all about how to get out of that 5-paragraph habit. And that 5-paragraph is that pronged thesis, right? How do you get past that? It's tricky, and I certainly understand that, and it can feel really challenging. But if you have 3-part thesis, you already have done a lot of the work because you've done that thinking. Now you need to figure out, okay, what really am I talking about here, right? Yes, you're talking about language and you're talking about these various elements, but what's your key idea? And so all of these readings are designed to help get you thinking in that direction. Of course, if you want to meet with me again to talk about it, I have student hours. You're welcome to grab another conference slot. Don't struggle by yourself and worry about things. Meet with me, talk with folks, put your essay up, your rough draft up on peer revision for this week. It's optional, it's not for points, but it's helpful maybe to see how other students are writing this essay and then to get some feedback on your own. So I've given you lots of tools and lots of tips. I hope you take advantage of them, and let me know how I can help. I'm here for you.